What are some of the examples of dangerous things going on in food production that a lot of folks aren't aware of?
Well, when I was a kid, when we had a hamburger, it was made from one cow. Today, there might be 5,000, 10,000 cows in one single hamburger. So ultimately, if you have
the meat
one
comes
bad
from all
cow,
different places.
all places, and it could be from animals from all over the world that go into one hamburger, and it could be 100,000 hamburgers could contain that one bad cow. So ultimately, I think there's always been bad food, but with all the science we have, we're no less vulnerable today, and perhaps we're more vulnerable today than we've ever been.
I want to play another clip from your film. Take a look.
Birds are now raised and slaughtered in half the time they were 50 years ago, but now they're twice as big. People like to eat white meat, so they redesigned the chicken to have large breasts.
It's incredible that now, I mean, that we basically engineered food like this. It's certainly strange, it's disturbing, but I mean, is it really unhealthy?
Well, on one level, we're paying less for food than at any time in history, which is a great thing. The problem is there are high unseen costs to this low-cost food, and we're just beginning to understand them. As the report today, $150 billion a year are going towards foodborne illness.
You look at the unsanitary conditions which sometimes these animals are kept in, and in clips from your film, I mean, there are cows up to their knees in feces. There's chickens who are raised really with literally no room to move at all. If 76 million people a year are getting sick from foodborne illnesses, who's protecting consumers?
Well, the problem is that we have industry that says they think they can do it better than government. In our film, we have a story of a boy that ate a hamburger and died from E. coli, and that the meat that had the E. coli sat on the shelves for 16 days after he died because the government did not have the right to recall that. So unfortunately, we need stronger and tougher regulations.
And the idea that there are all these farmers out there, and you go to the supermarket and you see silos and you see fields of green and stuff in ads. The truth is these are huge industrial corporations, and just a few of them control like 80% or a huge amount of the food, right?
Yeah, I think there are 4 meat companies that control 80% of all the beef in this country, which is a shock. It used to be they controlled a fraction of that, and we have fewer and fewer companies that are now controlling our food, and unfortunately, they have too much power. I think at this point we have food products have gained more control than we as consumers have, and the balance is off.
What can consumers do though? Because I mean, a lot of people say, well, okay, eat organic or go buy local food, but all that stuff costs a lot more. What are people who are concerned about the food they're eating, but can't afford free range organic products?
As we become more conscious, hopefully we'll make better decisions and buy less processed food, buy more local food, eat less meat. Ultimately, we're eating too much meat and the earth can't take it. But I think we just have to become more conscious, but we also have to work with government because right now we're subsidizing food that's making us sick. We're subsidizing corn, we're subsidizing soybeans, and that goes into 90% of the items in the supermarket are made up of those 2 ingredients. We're paying for those with our tax dollar,